For the first charge, I didn't have my medicine in my system.
All right, well, maybe that's why you were so erratic. A life, but we do get, we've had several in the last year, young women with high blood alcohol level driving off the road or going places they didn't want to be. Most of them don't come back, and I hope you're in that category. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Shanta Adams. Ms. Montauk, I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Judge. See you soon.
Good morning. Are you Shanta Lachelle Adams?
Shante.
Shante. I keep saying that wrong. You can correct me. I'm sorry. Good morning, Mr. Gibson.
Good morning.
This is the time and date for sentencing on a charge of resisting obstructing a police officer as an attempt. At the time I took the plea, I frankly didn't know what to do with Miss Adams. So I asked for a pre-sentence report. She's young. She has a terrible substance abuse problem. She has 500 pounds of childhood trauma baggage, and she doesn't even mostly remember what happened. It was charged as a felony resisting obstructing and reduced to a misdemeanor attempted resisting. So I asked for a pre-sentence report. The defendant has a previous resisting and obstructing charge back in 2021 and a disturbing the peace. All those are alcohol related. So I'm listening to the arraignments this morning, and I saw you sitting in Judge Patterson's courtroom. I thought you were just early. And then I heard him call your name and realized you just got arrested for drunk driving while you're on bond for this case with no alcohol conditions. So if I didn't know what to do before, I still don't know what to do. And now you're facing a drunk driving charge. Autumn, what was the BAC in that?
The breathalyzer at the jail that evening of the arrest was a .110.
What was the date of that?
Date of the offense was 6/14. I sent you an
6/14.
updated PSI this morning to your
Oh,
email.
okay.
All right, so Mr. Gibson, what's your thought?
Well, the defendant presented me today with a letter from Enlightened Recovery that was dated July 2nd, and it says that she was present and participating in Enlightened Recovery treatment on June 27th through July 2nd. And I guess she completed the detoxification program at that facility. So as of July 2nd, she was detoxed, and she has been going to Pivotal. I did receive an email from Crystal Laffler of Pivotal indicating that the defendant had been attending the med clinic since September 26th of 2024 and re-engaged in outpatient therapy April 14th of 2025. The defendant also has been going to Pivotal more recently, and so she understands she's got a problem. She's addressing the problem. This was an unfortunate incident where the police were called to a situation where somebody was, suicidal, talking about self-harm. So this is a situation where the defendant does have mental health problems, substance abuse problems. I believe that this is a situation where I would ask the court to follow the recommendations of sentencing the defendant to probation with the idea that the probation can help assure that she'll follow through, because I think she's got I guess you could say, she's got things in place where if she does what she's supposed to do and goes to these appointments, continues with the treatment, hopefully they've got her on a path to recovery. And so I'm asking the court to sentence the defendant to probation. And I would ask that the court not order any jail time. As far as other additional sanctions, I would ask for community service as opposed to jail time. Thank you.
Ms. Canfield, do you have any thoughts on this one?
Yes, Your Honor. I want to commend Ms. Adams for getting herself right into the enlightened recovery within 3 days of her drunk driving arrest. However, I feel there needs to be a consequence for that arrest. And I concur with the probation recommendation. However, I would ask the court to give 2 days jail, not deferred, to just get that to her upfront, that you can't violate the bond conditions of this court without a consequence. It is excellent that she's in the recovery program that she needs. I do have input also from one of the officers of the offense, Deputy Redkey, and he indicated that he knows she has an alcohol problem and it was admitted to him. She's in counseling. He wants to see her continue to do that. He says she gets angry when she drinks and then becomes combative, but otherwise is a relatively pleasant person to deal with. He thinks that rehabilitation and counseling is sufficient, and wants the court to know that it was the second time that he had to deal with her within a 6-month time span at the time of the original offense on May 29th. So we do concur that counseling and therapy is appropriate for her. The positive is that she recognizes her struggles with mental health and alcohol and is taking steps to address that. But we also need to address the fact that she violated a court order.
Autumn, I'll give you the last word, but Miss Adams, anything you want to tell me?
Not really, I guess. I
All
guess
right. Who helped you get into the detox place?
Pivotal gave me the number.
All right, good.
And I see a one-on-one person at Pivotal that helps with alcohol as well.
Who's that?
Her name's Tracy.
Okay. Is
Let me
that
just-
peer support?
Yeah.
Okay. One concern, in addition to your high blood alcohol level, is you're mixing with your medications. And which is part of why you were so off the rails the night of this incident in May. And then in June, you're taking your meds as prescribed and mixing them with a large amount of alcohol and driving a car. That's not.
I didn't have, for the first charge, I didn't have my medicine in my system.
All right, well, maybe that's why you were so erratic. Autumn, your job was difficult, got made more difficult by this new arrest. I tend to agree with Ms. Camfield. That's what I thought. I might defer all but 2 of the days and schedule the days. You got a 10-year-old daughter, correct?
Yes,
And she lives with you?
yes.
And Autumn and I had the same question. What do you do with her when you go off on these benders? And apparently they were staying with a friend or something. I'm also concerned about what you do for money. You've got a small child, you got a car, you got car insurance, you got groceries. You did work. Do you have any plan to maybe go back to work at some point?
Yes, I was waiting to see how court went and work around whatever happens.
All right.
Because I didn't know if I was gonna get probation and had to test or
Yeah.
what I would have to do.
Well, we haven't got to the drunk driving case yet. That's gonna be Judge Patterson's. All right, Autumn, I said I'd give you the last word. Anything else to say?
So in light of this new charge that is pending, I understand that on that charge, she's more than likely, if she's found guilty of that charge, will go on another probation. I would ask that the probation in this case be increased to 24 months. She was in treatment with Pivotal, however, it was for mental health. So her and I discussed when we had our interview that she get a substance abuse assessment with Pivotal. I understand that she went to rehab, but here lately I'm hearing that there isn't any aftercare for any of those programs. So I want her to get involved with Pivotal. We did discuss that she would be testing twice a week randomly for alcohol, take her meds. I am concerned about her daughter. I need to, as part of the court, I want to make sure that her daughter is taken care of and that Miss Adams is taken care of. I don't want anything, to happen to her. She does understand that she has an addiction. She understands her mental health, and I applaud her for taking care of that. However, these two are not mixing, and we're just starting to go down a spiral that we can't go down anymore. So I would ask that the probation be increased to a 24-month probation, eligible to be discharged in 12 months instead of the 12 that was initially recommended.
24 months probation. Oops.
Because I guess, yeah.
10 days jail. Credit 1. Maybe 9 days to serve. Of the 10 days ordered, 7 are deferred. So you owe me 2 days. I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to leave your daughter unsupervised, but we're going to schedule it. I'm going to make the fine 0. You've got enough financial hardship as it is, but there's a $75 crime victims' rights fee, $50 state minimum fee, $150 attorney fee, and $960 probation oversight fee, which could be reduced by $480. And let's add that up. You did post a bond, the surety company, 125, 150, 960, 1235. Payment is due within 1 year. And we're going to do substance abuse counseling and treatment. Cooperate with Pivotal. Take all meds as prescribed. Sign a release. Treatment as directed. Drugs and alcohol. I don't think drugs are an issue here. At least I hope not. We don't need to slide into opioid or methamphetamine. We're going to struggle with alcohol. No drugs and no alcohol, which was a condition of your bond. You weren't supposed to drink anything while you're on bond, but I'm so wise. I tell people don't drink anything. They have a substance abuse disorder. It's like saying, don't breathe till I see you 3 weeks from now. They can't stop. But you got some things going for you. You're plugged in with Pivotal. You got a peer support person. You just went to detox. That's a start. You got a daughter that you're responsible for. You got dealt a shitty hand in life, and I don't know what else to say about it, but you don't want to visit that on your daughter. You want to make the best you can for her. And this ain't getting it. So I'm gonna try to make it better. Plus, you got people that care about you, your neighbors, your caseworker staff. Your neighbors were concerned about you. Even the cops. They know what the deal is. You're a nice girl. When you drink, you get combative. You let all the inner anger come out. and somebody's gonna get hurt. Taught him to leave anything out.
2 times a week alcohol testing.
I put as directed. 2 times a week. All right, we're gonna be on your case, not in a negative way, but it is a just sort of checking in with you. Peer support people are great. The pivotal treatment people, they turn over so much, I don't know them as well. But you got 2 more people that care about what happens to you, your probation officer and me. So let's see if they can get better as we go through the summer into the fall, but you're also gonna owe me a weekend at jail, which Autumn will schedule. Both of those. All right. Good luck to you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Please do let us know in the comments what you thought of this video. If you'd like to support what we do here, the best way to do it is to pick up some of our merch. You can find it at courtroomfiles.com.